Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from Machedo.com. Who is Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Today I have a couple of exciting bits to share with you. Just to give you a summary, first I'll just share the basic good news that I have. After which, in this video, you will be hearing about an international problem that Dubai is involved in. And this report is taken from Market Insider and Reuters. Then after that, I have 4 emails that I've chosen among the many emails where readers have written about their problems and where the companies have not paid them and where they have either run away or they got into trouble. Then the third update is the general headlines that I want you to know about. I also will give you a kind of video montage of an Emirati local incident where he was hitting an Asian and how that, just spiraled out of control. I'll give my thoughts about it. But the biggest news that I want to give you is about Expo 2020, the jobs, and a guy who has been involved with Expo 2020 projects. And he gave me some shocking realities that is not published in any of the newspapers. Let me just clear my nose. I have a cold. Sorry. Okay. So, the different updates will be put in the description below. You can check the timestamp. So if you want to move to any part of the video, you just have to click on the timestamp and the links of the videos will be given below. So let's start. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to the people who have donated a few more dollars to the channel, telling me that they enjoy watching my videos. Some of them say that they even watch my videos during office hours. Well, just be careful. I wouldn't recommend that because, you're getting paid a salary. So you're getting paid a salary to work. But one of them said, I don't have any work. There is no business. So we're just watching the videos. Thank you very much. I got another gentleman, slightly old, ex-Dubai resident, who sent me, 3 times he sent me within this week. I really appreciate it. He told me not to take his name. Okay, the other good news, because most of you say, Lloyd, how about sharing something positive and nice? Well, 13 people out of the people, I think 43 who had taken my services, 13 people have got jobs. They have been confirmed jobs, given jobs. I told them not to be excited because you're just getting to know the company. You don't know if they pay the salaries on time. Check the environment, check the culture. Remember, you're on probation period. Anything can happen. So the good news is 13 people have got jobs. So my mentoring process is working. My ability to revamp resumes. I got this question also from one of the readers, Lloyd, how much should we lie on a resume or bullshit? My answer, which I put in the comment section, is the bullshit that you can carry. If you can do the job, but you're never given the opportunity, or the management seeks this particular skill and you can do it, you can really do it, but nobody gave you the chance, then you can put that on your resume. That's all right. But don't put something that you cannot carry. Like, for example, don't say, I'm a champion salesman and you're not good at sales at all. So, with whatever loopholes that I do know through the contacts and connections that I have, managed to give 13 people jobs, and I'm very happy about it. Like I said, since it's just, January 7th, it's just the first week of the new year, it'll take time, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the month or after 2 months, I feel, this is my gut feeling, that the majority will get jobs, apart from, 2-3 guys whose profiles were really, really bad. But then again, let's cross our fingers. Okay, now coming to the main stuff. I got this link from a gentleman based in Hong Kong. He sent me a link of Market Insiders and Reuters. So Market Insider says Kuwait requests Dubai to release $500 million in private equity funds frozen for a 1 year in a long-running dispute. I'll put the link below. And this is from Washington PR News. So for those of you who keep saying, "Law, you're sharing fake news, this is bullshit," I challenge you, prove this wrong. Okay. The Port Fund, I'm reading, okay, the Port Fund has announced that Kuwait has joined its year-long effort to recoup $496 million of dollars of investor funds that have been held in Dubai. The state of Kuwait has formally requested Dubai unfreeze and return the money to the Port Fund, which is a private equity fund, which will then distribute the money to the investors and other international and US stakeholders. After selling its last investment in November 2017, the Port Fund wired $496 million to the bank account of its general partner, that is the Portlink GP at Noor Bank. Okay, this is Noor Bank in Dubai, at which the money was frozen without any reason. In a letter dated 30th December 2018, Kuwait Attorney General Dihar Asusi wrote to the Dubai Attorney General Isa Al Humaidan requesting remove the hold on the funds to enable the account holder of the company to transfer and distribute the mentioned amount of 496 million. Dubai cleared the funds of any legal concerns a month ago, leaving Kuwait the largest investor in the Port Fund as the only government that has not yet approved the release of its funds. Now that Kuwait has lifted its hold, the Port Fund anticipates immediate transfer of the money to its account in Noor Bank. Then the statement goes, we are pleased that Kuwait and Dubai have recognized the lawful nature of our successful management of the Port Fund, said Mark Williams, investment director of the fund. And that is a very diplomatic statement, by the way. We are very eager to distribute these funds to our investors, and we have already provided Noor Bank with wiring instructions to ensure there's no delay in the payments. We thank our investors and stakeholders for their patience and trust our management team as we bring this matter to a successful conclusion. Now, this was January 6th, okay? January 6th. So this is just one day before. You're just talking one day before. So this is not a very old news, okay? And from Reuters, which is 6th January 2019, Kuwait reiterates a request to Dubai to release 496 million. More or less the same thing where it says the Kuwait reiterated its request to Dubai to release 496 million in frozen funds held over a year belonging to the Port Fund, part of Kuwait's private equity Port Fund sent out Sunday. These funds are at the heart of a money laundering probe, which is straining the relationships between the two Gulf allies. The 496 million have been frozen at Dubai state-owned Noor Bank since late 2017. When the Emirates public prosecutor, in collaboration with the Kuwaiti prosecutors, started probing the lawfulness of the transfer from Dubai from the Philippines. Okay, Kuwaiti's Attorney General asked his counterpart in Dubai to help release the funds in October, according to a letter seen by Reuters. So Reuters have actually seen this letter. Port Fund said on a statement on Sunday that Kuwaiti Attorney General reiterated in a letter dated December 30th, this is hardly 7 days ago, his request to the counterpart in Dubai, remove the hold on funds to enable the account holder to transfer and distribute the mentioned amount. Kuwait prosecutors have charged two Port Fund directors with embezzling funds that the Kuwait Port Authority and the Public Institution for Social Security had invested in the Port Fund. The executive denies this. A spokesperson for the Dubai government said last month that the judicial authorities in the UAE, we are waiting for the final judgment from Kuwaiti courts on the funds to transfer them back to Kuwait based on international standard laws and procedures. Now, here's my question. Here you have money that belongs to someone else. Why the hell are you keeping it? Okay. The only reason I can see why they're keeping it is because if they give this money back, they are going to have a major cash crunch. They're going to have a massive liquidity problem. And given the fact that quite a number of banks are going through this problem, cash crunch issue, it can even result in the collapse of a bank. In fact, I got one guy from Dubai, businessman. He said that, Loy, do you trust this particular bank? What I told him is, it's not the question of do you trust. The question is, would the bank be able to pay you the money back on time when you need it the most? So I suggested just go for Citibank because it's a global international bank. I would trust an international bank that has a AAA rating rather than a local bank based in any country. So you need to be careful there, especially in UAE. Just be careful right now. It's becoming a problem. And I checked with a couple of guys. They said that if you have large amounts of money and you want to get the refund back immediately, they delay it and they make problems for you. So just be careful there. Now, coming to the next part, I have a couple of readers who have written to me. Out of the many emails, I chose the ones that I felt were genuine. And I chose, because, I can't read all the letters. All right. So this one is, Loy, even though I left Dubai, please keep my name confidential, which I always do. I want to tell you about this company that cheated me. It's an optical company known as Grand Optics. I think I've seen this. It's pretty old. It's a rather really known company. They are experiencing recession and loss of business because who wants to buy optics today? You can get in shopping malls, you can get in supermarkets, you can get literally anywhere. It's everyone has an optical shop. The last salary I received was July 2018. Then I got fed up. I told them lies that I want to go visit my sick father in India. They let me go. Well, at least something good they did. And I never came back. My colleagues have not received their salary. The Arabic staff, who are primarily Jordanians, like the Jordanian owner, only get preference. We even went to the labor, no use. The owner is very powerful. They have 30 shops all over UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Fujairah. Okay, so this is an ex-employee of Grand Optics who has written to me. Like I said, this is what he has written. I don't know how far it's true or false, but I just read out the letters from the people that I get. Like I said, disclaimer, this is what the readers have written. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just reading out the letters that I get. Okay, another guy, I was working with Salina Limited Company in Ajman. It is http salinagroup.com. I joined this company in 2017 as a salesman. They promised me 5,000 dirhams per month as salary. Later, they only were paying me commission, and 2 times they didn't pay me the commission also. I went to the labor, and they, instead of they falling in trouble, they put me into trouble. And they even showed the court the WPS, that is the Wage Protection System record that they paid us through WPS. But what the court didn't know is they never gave me a card, and they are transferring the money to the bank and they are encashing it themselves. Now, see, if the problem is every rule has a loophole, and these business people know the loopholes and they're playing around with it. How do you think I had a visa? I had a visa from one of my friends, and it was mutually agreed. Okay, I was offering him value, but I was never going to the office to work. I was doing my own thing. So there was this agreement, and this was a loophole in the system whereby we are not doing anything illegal, but at the same time, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He never took any money from me. He was really kind, and he allowed me to do my work. So, these are the loopholes in the system. But the problem here is in this loophole, they're taking advantage of, normal people, everyday people, and that is not good. Then he writes, they also have friends in the CID and also in the court. Instead, they made a case against me that I took money from the company. They put me in jail. Later, I had to sell property back home, bring money here and pay them. So I came with UAE with no money, but zero. And I went back with minus, and I ended up with selling my property, and now I'm left with nothing. So please mention this about the company. Like I said, disclaimer, this is what the readers have written. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just reading out the letters that I get. Okay. The next one is G4S. G4S, or this company which is involved, if you go to their website, G4S is, this company is, who are we? What do we do? What do you do? Okay. It is a safeguard. It provides secure solutions, cash solutions, consulting services. Okay. It looks like some kind of a security solutions corporate, website. Okay. So what this guy writes to me is, G4S has completely shut down their cash operations in UAE and their offices and handed over to Transguard. Okay, I've been working in Transguard for many years. I don't want to reveal specific details. Okay, I've been working for many years, but many of the employees that were acquired by Transguard have left because they are paying them much more lower than what they were paying for G4S. This is the problem when a company buys out or they merge. They give you either lesser salaries or they choose the best of the stuff. And yes, many people do end up losing their jobs. Now, Transguard has become the only one cash center operator in UAE, and it's a monopoly. And he said that in 15 years, there has been no salary hike. So I I suspect that must be of Transguard. In fact, I had two of my friends working for Transguard. Okay. The next one is, this is an email with regards to, the video that I put with Interpol. This guy, Mr. K, he informed me, I'll not give his nationality, I'll not give his name, because it seems this is a known case. In July, I landed in Dubai as I was moving through transit and I was arrested on arrival. Okay. The reason is criminal charges of defaulting on check payment, where I had a rental contract in Abu Dhabi via FAB Financial. I don't know what is FAB. I know First Arab Bank. Okay, whatever. FAB Financial. In 2017 July, when I was terminated, I took this letter to them as there are two checks of 50k AED, that is 50,000 each. I said, please don't present it. They didn't listen, and they ended up making a case against me. Now, here's my thought. Shouldn't you be paying your dues? That's the first thing that is on my mind. He has made it a very short letter, so I don't know if he has actually paid the dues or you're supposed to pay, or there was a misunderstanding. But this is what he is trying to tell me, that he had given them a check, they encashed the check, and that is how a case was made against him. And he was passing through a transit. Just imagine, you're passing by a transit and boom, you get caught at the airport. So that's what I told you. Be careful. Don't fly Emirates, don't fly Qatar, don't fly any of the national carriers, and pass by that country where you have a pending amount. It seems in jail, there was a German guy who had been arrested by Interpol in Dubai. He had been for 40 days without trial. Okay. I also met Christian Michael or something, the Brit who took 35 million euros for the Augusta Hello deal with Sonia Gandhi, and he was now implicated. I have no idea what this is. Okay. He said, I saw so many expats and Arab nationals from other countries like Jordan, Lebanon, Syria. Okay. But I had not seen one Emirati. Looks like all the Emiratis are good people. So a little bit of sarcasm there. One foreigner was jailed for filming other locals on the beach. So I don't know whether he was filming in a nice way or in a crazy lewd way. But yes, please keep in mind, when you're in Dubai or UAE, when you're in UAE, if you videotape anybody, any local can come and put you in problems. I even know of one particular case where an Indian guy was taking a selfie with his friends. I can't get the name. This was an Indian guy, famous businessman. He was taking a selfie with his friend. And as he was taking, this local guy with this one lady, he came up and said, why you're taking a photograph? So he said, I'm not taking a photograph. Who the hell wants to take your photograph? They got into a fight. He punched him. And with the impact that he punched him, he fell down and he got a hemorrhage and he died. Okay. So, like I'm telling you, just be careful because this is not your country. He said that I also met Justin Van Pletsen, a fellow South African who was arrested and detained after taking a video of a criminal Gupta who had raped the South African state for 10 billion. I have no idea who is Justin Van Pletsen. Maybe I'll check it out later. So this is what he has written. He says, double standards apply mostly to expats or wealthy business people. My sister taught in GEM school. It was owned by one of the top wealthy Indians, Varke. She was screwed over when she broke a contract. Like I always tell you, don't break the contract because you cannot break the contract. And especially if the owner is rich, you are completely jacked. He's saying schools are money laundering institutions. Now, I don't know how far this is true. This is what his email says. Okay, then these were the emails that people sent me. Now, let us move to some of the headlines and news clips that I've got. It seems Dubai Industrial Park opens a new mall in Gulf News. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to open up a new bloody mall? That also, there are so many malls and they are not doing well. And here is another idiot. It seems January 6th, that is yesterday. This is by which company? The Dubai Industrial Park. There's nobody there. I don't know why the fuck are they opening. There are hardly any laborers or whatever. A manufacturing and logistics hub in Dubai, a member of TCOM Group, has announced the official opening of its first retail offering, Sapphire Mall, costing 100 million. Yeah, you're stupid. That is why I'm clapping. Okay. The 250,000 square foot of retail and dining facility. And they've given a lot of these big words. It's going to be, premium dining, this, that, all that, hypermarket and this and that. It seems it's going to be the first project by Dubai Industrial Park. with the collaboration with Sapphire Investments. It's located in Maktoum Airport, close to Maktoum Airport, Jebel Ali Airport, and Expo 2020 side. It's not going to work. It's going to fucking flop. They're going to end up with a lot of empty shops. I challenge you on this. Mark my words. Mark this video. It's going to fail. Okay. Apart from that, ex-employee of Stan Charts sent me, which again I repeat, I confirm to you that 150 of its retail banking staff have been deleted. He has put deleted since December. Okay, delete, Dubai operation. All right. Bilal Transport, one of the contractors, was involved in the Lee Mer project. I don't know what is the Lee Mer project. Is suffering and the owners are not able to meet bank obligations. I got this message. I have no idea who this guy is. Now, the next one, what I'm going to share with you is going to be rather shocking. It is an Instagram video. I got this video, which is on Instagram. And to my surprise, it turned out to be in Dubai. And I don't know what is happening. I have no idea what is happening. But you can see locals standing there, locals wearing the Arabic dress, and people running, mostly expats. They are running. And they are actually stopping them and kicking them and hitting them. The video was titled Racist, something racist. I don't think this is anything got to do with racist UAE. I don't buy that. Yes, corporate racism does exist. When you go to the law, yes, racism does exist. They prefer supporting their citizens. But this kind of violence, I don't know what is the real story behind it. I'll be putting the link down below. Just have a look at it and give me your thoughts along with the Instagram handle, because I just feel there is a story behind this. I don't know what the story is. Okay. And if you go to the link that I've put down below of Emirati hitting an Indian, you'd see many of these videos which were taken by a young boy. A young boy, he had taken this video of this Emirati hitting this guy. Now, he's not actually hitting him violently or hammering him or with a fist. He's hitting him with that, Arabic dress-like thing. He said, what I feel, even I had spoken out on the video where I had said that, personally speaking, some of these drivers, they drive very rash. So maybe this guy was driving rash, so he stopped him. And then out of the anger, he stopped his car, came out and started hitting him, because otherwise he wouldn't do this. Okay. So I see the Asian guy's fault. Even though I'm Asian, I'm telling you, I feel it is the Asian guy's fault, because otherwise, why would this Arab guy come and hit him? And the guy looks like sheepish, okay? He looks like one of these guys who drives rash. So, however, that was not the main focus point of who's wrong, the Arab guy or the Asian guy. Rather, what really shocked me was the boy who took the video of this. He was jailed because the son of this Arab gentleman turned out to be very influential. And by the way, my mentor knows this Arab gentleman. He said he's a gem of a guy. He's a good guy. So I believe my mentor, because my relationship with my mentor has been 16 years. He's a man of integrity. So he told me this Arab guy is a nice guy. He doesn't normally lose his cool, but he made a mistake. He made a mistake in judgment, and he lost his cool. Someone recorded this, and that really impacted his life in the office and all that. Maybe, I don't know whether he lost his job or whatever. So his son put a case for defamation, and this Indian boy, he ended up in jail. He ended up having to pay a fine. And him and his family, I don't know, it seems, rumor has it, that they left UAE. They were just, they had to leave. So it's really sad. I'll tell you, it's really sad as to, the things that happen. So like I always tell you, please know the laws of the country and respect the laws even if you don't like them. After you leave, you can do anything. That is why when I was in Dubai, I never put any negative video about Dubai, because I had to follow the laws. I had to. Okay. So after I left, now I'm free. Now I can put these videos and I can talk my mind off. So I'm not putting anything that is false. I'm putting everything that is true. Okay. Now comes the climax, the biggie, the real big news. This is about Dubai Expo 2020. Now, when you send me any news link, I expect you to use a little bit of common sense. And if you don't use bloody common sense, that shows what a bloody idiot you are. I got this guy who sends me, he says, hey, fuck you, you are saying Expo 20 days flop. See, they put this article where they have jobs advertised for Expo 2020. So I checked on, it was Khalid Times, which is always, hyping up with false news of, all these 10,000 jobs, 100,000 jobs or whatever. So I decided, okay, let me see what they are saying. It seems in the upcoming mega event, this is Khalid Times, okay? Upcoming mega event, which will brighten prospects in legal, tax, accounting, finance, human resources fields. And they've stated six industries: pharmaceutical, FMCG, retail, hospitality, construction, and boutique investment firms. Okay, so they are going to have vacancies in all these sectors. So to host such a magnitude and ensure its success, Expo 2020 is looking for a host of people to join its dynamic team and is keen to tap the world's best talent. If you want to be part of the innovative and creative and diverse team, apply for the many job opportunities posted on Expo 2020. Now, I was expecting like 100,000 jobs or 70,000 jobs or 60,000 jobs because that is what they were saying. To my shock and surprise, they advertised 10 vacancies, only 10. Expo 2020, which is going to be the biggest thing ever since maybe Olympics for UAE, they make it sound so big, and there are only 10 jobs. Delivery planning and integration manager, delivery planning integration manager people, senior associate concession, manager IP operations, junior film editor, senior manager staffing and training, senior buyer procurement, buyer and director, one stop. I don't know, one shop stop or whatever. You only advertise 10. So by advertising 10, what is the revolution that has happened? In fact, let me tell you this, I have not spoken to a single person. Out of the thousands of people I interact with, there's not a single person who I know who's working for Expo 2020. In fact, you check the links below. There is an article that says Expo 2020 launches its new portal on March 13th, where it states that there are 850 employees, 454 who are directly employed by Expo 2020, and the rest are world-class consultants, external. Who are the consultants? Where is the name? Why they are not publishing this? This is my question. I can say, I have a world-class team. I have 10,000 people working for me. But where are the 10,000 people? Let me show you a video clip. Let me show you those 10,000 people. Let me give you the names of the consultants. Nothing is happening. It is just a sentence in the bloody newspaper. Many consultants, 850 employees. Who is it? Okay. And the best joke of them all is this. This is, according to me, the biggest joke. Alia Al-Ali, okay? He's a gentleman. He's a director. Wow. A director of Expo 20. Now, obviously, he should be a big guy. Okay. Director of the Youth Connect at Expo 2020 said, Expo 2020 Dubai offered me the unique opportunity to join straight from university at only 21 years of age. Can you believe this? A 21-year-old is made the director? What stupidity is this? Can you give me any multinational giant? Citibank, Oracle, Google, think Red Bull, any. You're talking of Nexon, you're talking of Apple, you're talking of, Snyder, ABB. Is there a 21-year-old who just comes out of college and becomes a director of the company? How stupid is this? I personally find this is ridiculous. You are taking children and making them with dummy. Now, after you make a 21-year-old director, what do you think he's going to do next? After he becomes director, do you think he can work for senior salesperson? Can he work as junior clerk? No, he'll always want to be director MD. This is the problem. This is a problem in Dubai. You keep giving locals all these big positions, inflating their ego. The next thing they want is, I want to be the CEO of a company. Now he's 21. I don't know what the hell he's going to do. He says Expo empowers the youth and enables people from around the world to progress in ways they have never imagined and not possible at their age. This is garbage. If you don't have experience, you just cannot succeed. It's like telling, by reading a book, I know how to give women orgasm. I just know how to give by reading a book. Put your tongue this way and twirl it around. She'll get an orgasm. No, you need to fucking do it. If you have not given birth to a child, reading a book how to, raise a child doesn't make you an expert parent. There is a certain degree of integrity, a certain degree of, wisdom that comes with having hands-on experience. I'm 41. When I look at Machedo when he was 20, I look at him as what a fucking stupid, arrogant son of a bitch. Okay? Because he thought he knew everything. Today, when I'm 41, I'm much more mature. That maturity does not come by, just crossing out of college. This is garbage. This is stupidity. This is why UAE is collapsing, because they just take some local shokal Emirati guy, 21-year-old. Okay, your director, your CEO, and they ruin it. If you want to ruin any business, just hand over your business to your children and they'll destroy it. And this is a fact, what has been happening. In my previous video, I also spoke about it. And if you check the other thing, this is 60,000. See, this is Gulf News. This is where, they're shooting themselves in the foot. In Gulf News, it said 60,000 new jobs opening in UAE in 1 year. They said this on October 10th, 2018. Can anybody show me a company that is hiring aggressively? I have so many friends out of the 40 years in UAE. Not one company I spoke to said, I'm aggressively hiring, 30 people, 20 people, 10 people. People are losing business. See, this is the problem. You have speculative news. You just have speculation. We will be hiring. We will be booming. We will be doing this and that. And when you do all these shit, this is where people lose faith. And they also stated in other sectors, 778,500 vacancies. 1 million vacancies. What rubbish. Okay. Now, the climax, which I wanted to share with you. This gentleman, I'll not reveal his name, not reveal his nationality, because he's very famous. He's he's pretty well known. Okay, this gentleman worked in UAE for only 4 years for a subcontracting company, and we were dealing with groundwater control. I can tell you this is one of the best companies in the GCC, in the Middle East. When we think of UAE, we think of it as a dry country with no water, only sand everywhere. This is his letter, okay? I'm reading it exactly how it is. But the reality is, there is groundwater table only 1 meter below the ground level in many places in the UAE and around the Gulf. So it's basically salt water, not drinkable unless you purify it, but there is water right below the feet, 1 meter only. The geotechnical nature of the GCC landscape is like that of a sponge. You have soaked a sponge in a bucket of water and it's floating. So that is how fragile the layer is. So whenever there's construction of road, infrastructure, building, all this water needs to be dried out from the building before building anything else. So we come in, our company, that is Action International Services, comes in for each and every project. So I came to UAE in 2000 as a fresher and saw a lot of things happening. I was a site engineer. I personally worked in projects like the Blue Water Island, Al Seef project, Nikki Beach, Jumeirah Islands. Okay. I was a fresher, so it was a very hard beginning, but I pulled it off and I started growing within the company. The pay was good, times were good, things were very good. Personally, I had very big plans to move on and succeed in life. But I was, just starting off, but I was doing very well. He said, FYI, Loy, you keep saying Indian, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis and Sri Lankans are badly paid. Well, let me give you a news flash. The worst paid are the African and the Nepali. They are very talented, they are very educated, very experienced, but they are paid even less than Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh, Sri Lankans who don't even know how to speak English. So this was pretty shocking to me, at least. I changed my role in the same company and I kept getting promoted. We had teams, we used to get inquiries and design systems, and there were lots of jobs happening. Trust me when I say this, it was so busy, we didn't even have time to take a glass of water. Even to prepare coffee, it was a luxury. We were getting at least 15 to 20 inquiries every day worth 1 million dirhams per day. Okay, that was the number of inquiries. And we were constantly replying to them. The country was so active and we worked our ass to meet these deadlines. But in 2017, the market started to slow down and now it has come to a grinding halt. There are hardly any projects, hardly any inquiries. To be honest, since September onwards, me and my colleagues have been watching your videos in our office. That's all we do every single day. Or we read an ebook or we are watching a movie. When previously we didn't even have time to get up, even to go to the toilet. Everything was so focused on Dubai Expo 2020. Now there is no news. One of the tallest towers, that was the DCH, which was supposed to be completed in 2020, has now shifted its deadline to 2021 and now even further. They excavated, put a lot of YouTube videos, which I'll be sharing with you, those videos. They did the foundation work. Now the project is on hold. The residential area is being developed around it, but it's going at a very slow pace. And the main attraction, which was the main reason why everything was built, is now at a halt. I guess they have re-tendered this project around 3 times until now. Another project that was focused was Dubai Expo 2020 was in JLT. The main attraction being the Burj 2020 tower, which they made so much of noise, and the commercial building around it. They had small miniatures in shopping malls, and it was everywhere in the news. The building was supposed to be taller or as tall as Burj Khalifa, and there was so much of hype around it. The tower's name doesn't make sense anymore because it's not going to be completed. There's only foundation work going on, but nothing else is happening. I'm not sure the name of the tower makes any sense if it is completed in 2022. As per Wikipedia, I'll be putting the link below. This is what it says. First announced by Dubai Multi-Commodity Center at Cityscape Global in September of 2015, it has been designed by Adrian Smith and Gordon Gill Architecture. Okay. Then I'll show you screenshots of these videos, amazing videos, mesmerizing videos of this tall tower. I'm sure you must have seen this video. It was really amazing. When I looked at it myself, I was like, wow, look at this. It's so tall. They'll have, it seems, the gardens of Babylon hanging. They showed views of people standing there. Everything looked so tiny. You can see Burj Khalifa from far. When I saw the tower, it looked like, like kind of a spaceship, a masterpiece, as they were calling it. I knew this was bullshit. I knew this was absolute bullshit, okay? Because how are you going to create something so big? And, they were hyping it up, and this is what happens. They keep hyping things up. So coming back to the letter, he says, these are a couple of projects which are big hype, but now on hold. Now, what is the problem? Why am I writing this to you? Okay. He says a lot of contracts were signed. They were actually legally signed. And because of this, a lot of contractors, a lot of subcontractors, a lot of vendors purchased lots of material. They rented out equipment for long-term lease. They bought in stuff. They even constructed new factories, only to find out the government now suddenly put its projects on hold. And that is how so many companies are dying and owners are running away. Towards the end, now they are rescheduled the deadlines, and they're offering ridiculous deadlines and construction dates. A lot of them want to complete all these projects in the third quarter of 2020, which is such a big risk. So nobody even wants to participate in these projects, especially when payments are not coming on time. Anything can happen at Expo 2020. Towards the end of 2018, I was offered a job in one of my competitors. I knew the market was bad and I knew payment was a problem, but the money was tempting. He was offering me at least double the salary. And this manager, this guy kept chasing me for 6 months. Finally, I decided to give in after 6 months of being everyday harassed. To my surprise, after I resigned and joined them, I found that they didn't have money to apply for my visa. I joined there and I left after 2 months. I came back, went to another company. Again, I lost my job because I was sure they're not going to pay me. Right now in the market, nobody is in the construction and contracting industry. Nobody is getting paid on time. Finally, I moved over to Australia. Okay. He's saying, Lloyd, the thing is, if you take a small loan and you lose your job, you will be jailed. Okay. And this is what people don't seem to understand. I had a small loan. Fortunately, I was able to pay it on time. My roommate, who has not been paid for 1 year, the only way he is able to survive is he's spending on his credit cards. He said one other guy who was a manager in UAE for 10 years, who was getting 4 times my salary. He doesn't have a single savings because he has not been paid salary for 12 months and he can't do anything. He relies only on credit cards. And now if he goes back, he will go back empty-handed and minus. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you is, once again, just for you to be cautious, if you're being offered a salary letter, like I told you, if they are offering you something that is too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. It is not real. And if you're being offered a job in a contracting company or a engineering company, be very, very careful. Maybe they'll not be able to pay your salaries on time. And keep this in mind. Once you fly down, they will take your passport. And after they take your passport, you cannot leave the country. So I thought I would share with you this really shocking aspect about Expo 2020, which, like I said, I gave an open challenge. Show me the projects. Show me the projects. Show me the links in the comment section below. I will admit that I'm wrong. I can't see any projects. I can't see online. I can't see offline. And whoever is working in Dubai, he doesn't have a single clue of one single project, one single landmark project which is shown. It's all hype. So, like I said, I'm ready to be proved wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong. Put your thoughts in the comment section below. I always respond to them. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. Want to support the channel? You know what is to be done. Thank you very much, guys, for sending your emails. You want to get in touch with me? My WhatsApp number is there. This is me signing off for now. Take care.